Well, hello, everyone, and thanks for coming to the presentation. How to make more trading just 10 minutes a day than most people make all week without wasting countless hours praying for setups that never happen. You're in the right place if you hate wasting hours in front of the computer every day, never knowing how long it will take for the next good setup to occur. If you want to actually be able to schedule your trades on specific days and times each week, like clockwork. If you want to learn how to get in and out of each trade in just 1 to 5 minutes so you can go back to the important stuff in life. And if you hate technical analysis like I do, and you can't stand the thought of wasting even more time on subjective market mumbo jumbo, you're in the right place. Before I go into the main part of the training, I'm sure many of you are asking, who is this guy and why should I listen to anything he has to say? My name is Lee Goldstein. I'm the trade room director at 10 Minute Trades. I've been a musician all my life. I went to music college for trombone. I hated the trombone. I was originally from New York. Way back in 1971, I moved to Boston, went to school there. I played in bands. I drove taxis. I learned piano tuning. I bought a computer, a used Radio Shack TRS-80, and it changed my life. The first time my life was changed. I borrowed $29,000 from my father. I went to work at the only computer store in New York City at the time because after I bought that used TRS-80, I was addicted to computers. I just couldn't get enough of them. And I had to get a job working in the industry. So I went to work at the only computer store in New York City, learned about the business, excuse me, became the manager. The owner was not a very nice guy. He hated people. And I decided I'd borrow $29,000 from my dad. That was all he could give me. I set up my own computer store. It was a store just like a GameStop today. We sold games and music products. And then one day a guy came into my store and showed me how to connect computers to keyboards. He was carrying a synthesizer under his arm. And I remember it was a Yamaha DX7, one of the most famous legacy synthesizers ever made. And he changed my life for the second time because he showed me how to connect a musical instrument to a computer. And that created the whole way that people today are now using their computers to record music, make records and recordings. No more going to expensive recording studios. You could do it all in your own office. It was an amazing, life changing experience. So, computers were the stepping stone to trading. When I started trading, and the reason I got into trading, all I was looking to do was help my mom with her investments. She asked me to help her, and I opened a Scott trade account for her. And I remember the first time I ever made a trade for her, I was watching the price on Apple stock move, and I knew that instant I was addicted. I had to learn about it and get good at it. And I stuck with it because I loved trading. I liked being my own boss, but I hated being in front of a computer all day because I find that the less that I trade, the more that I make. Again, very important statement. The less that you trade, the more that you make. Remember that. It's critical. But trading wasn't easy. And in my early days, I had a lot more luck than skill. And one day my luck ran out. I blew out my Infinity trading account. I lost over $10,000 in one day. And it's a day I'll never forget. It was the greatest lesson I ever had in trading because I never ever came anywhere close to being that irresponsible again as a trader. I still love trading, even though I had that horrible day. So I made it my mission to find the holy grail of trading strategies. But before I go there, I just want to explain that I did everything wrong that day that traders do when they lose money. I traded without a plan. I traded revenge trading. I jumped in and out of trades without thinking. I chased the market price. It was a very dramatic day in my life. When the day was over, I was exhausted. And I sat there and I said, you know what? I love trading, but I'm going to find the right way to do it because I'm not doing it correctly. I jumped from trading room to trading room. I spent over $9,000 in software and courses and memberships. I traded futures and options and gaps, oil, gold, bonds, you name it. I tried countless platforms, strategies, indicators, and then it came to me. And it took a while. It wasn't a week, it took a while. I discovered the Holy Grail, and the Holy Grail is you. It's me. It's us. It's thinking properly. That's the Holy Grail. It's not somebody else. When you commit to being a successful trader and you get your mind right and you put in the work and you don't let anyone or anything stop you, then you are the Grail. So why trade the news? News trading is not boring. There's a lot of speed and excitement, but you don't have to be afraid of the speed if you have the right software. Once the initial spike is over, which good software can usually handle for you, then managing a news trade is no different than managing any other trade. There's no technical analysis, which is good because I hate deep technical analysis. News trading requires a completely different type of analysis based on identifying repeated patterns. Pattern analysis is just as valid as technical analysis. News trading is easy to grasp because it's straightforward. Everything else is so subjective. Elliott wave, candlestick patterns, Fibonacci, Ichimoku cloud. News is much easier compared to all that. Reports come out on a regular basis, predictable schedule, and the market reacts, good, bad, and sometimes both. Once you know how to handle the moves and you have the right software to compensate for and reduce human error, it's so much simpler than complex setups that take hours to occur, if ever. News trades are quick trades, 1 to 5 minutes usually, and because of that regular predictable schedule of news events, you can literally schedule your trades and be done trading in 1 hour a week. So why do I trade the news? I love my life. I love my family. I love the flexibility news trading gives me to play my music and spend time with everyone I really care about. I love that news trading is never boring. I love that it's simple to grasp and understand. The money doesn't hurt. And then people always say, well, you know what? If you're so great, why do you teach? Why do you waste your time teaching other people? If you're so great, why don't you just trade, make your money, and not spend any time with anything else? Well, here's the thing about teaching. I love teaching. I trade and teach. So I'm not just teaching. I'm trading when I'm teaching. And I teach news trading because I genuinely enjoy it. And I teach because it makes me a better trader. If you've ever taught anything, you know it forces you to break down your thinking, why step A comes before step B, and it makes you up your game. It absolutely makes you better at what you do when you teach it. And I also teach because I love the success stories from our members. These are actual screenshots from trades that our members made. $1,195 on a bond report, $4,500 on an energy report a member made, $620 Al from New Jersey, still a member, $1,020 on an oil trade, $440 U.S. jobs report, $3,900 on an energy report, $1,515 on Facebook earnings. Those are real screenshots that our members sent to us. For 9 years, we've profited off so many market-moving events, we began to formalize our approach. We call it appointment-based trading, ABT for short. Using this approach has led to a net gain of over 70% return on investment in 2021, and it's helped members to continue to profit and crush it in 2022, especially on the recent stock earning reports, which we profited from also. And I'll show you some of those later. Just a disclaimer, everything that we're discussing is for educational purposes. Please understand it is possible to lose money trading futures. So trade carefully and trade smart. Don't trade money you cannot afford to lose. And keep in mind that we trade futures using the NinjaTrader platform. We're not trading stocks or options, we're trading futures. Appointment-based trades. So what are they? What does it mean? Appointment-based trading, the method is a simple, time-based, safety-oriented approach to the market. You can schedule these trades specific days, specific times, up to a month in advance. And best of all, while all trading has risk, appointment-based trading is the least risky method of trading I have ever known. Other than putting your money in a 0.25% interest savings account that doesn't even keep up with inflation. Everybody says, don't trade by appointment, don't trade the news. It's the riskiest method. It's no riskier than any other type of trading. We've narrowed the field down from hundreds of events to just the top 6 to 12 appointment-based trading events of the week. And we focus on those ABT trades each week in our professional trade room. And why are these 6 to 12 trades each week worthy of making the cut? Why are they better than all the other events? They're based on events that have taken place in the recent past, and they have had the highest probability of resulting in a profitable trade. Every ABT gets our famous daily market mover report. I'll teach you how to find them, how to trade them, and you'll get a trade report the day before every trade. So you have a full day to prepare for each trade. We put a lot of time and energy into these trade setups so you don't have to. In honor of our 10-year anniversary this year, we're doing something extra special. I'm going to provide you with a rare opportunity to spend the next 12 months with me as I coach you on the appointment-based trades. The first 3 months is going to be me teaching you the trades, and you should practice them in simulation. The next 9 months after that will be focused on getting you to trade consistently well on your own. You need 3 things for appointment-based trades: daily market movers, JOBB software, and a pro trade room. These are the 3 elements that make up our appointment-based trade system. The daily market movers look like this. This is a daily trade report that we send out anytime there's an event that we're going to trade. This report gets emailed out the day before, and it also is on our website for downloading. Our JOBB software suite. We call it the Great Equalizer. It lets you compete with and beat high-frequency traders and trading robots. It's a semi-automated strategy and indicator for NinjaTrader version 7 and 8. Now we're pretty much on NinjaTrader 8 these days. We have it for NinjaTrader 7, but I would recommend using NinjaTrader 8. Our software takes the emotion out of trading, automatically enters trades, sets targets, stops, and does much more. On our website, it sells for $2,997 for a lifetime license. Our JOBB software reduces human error, which leads to less mistakes if you use our software, less anxiety, more consistency, confidence, a faster learning curve in your trading, and most importantly, you'll have better results. So why do traders love us? What do they really enjoy about our service? It's definitely our professional trading room. It's a fantastic experience. If all this did was generate an extra $1,000 a month for just 1 hour a week of trading, wouldn't it be worth it? If everything that I was showing you that we can offer you could generate $1,000 a month, wouldn't it be worth it? It would help you make the same amount of trading profits you make now, no more, no less, but reduce your time in the markets to just 1 hour a week. Wouldn't that be worth it? If you're making $1,000 now, but you're spending 30 hours a week to do it, what if you could do it with just 1 hour? Wouldn't that be worth it? Wouldn't it be great to reduce the amount of time you spend looking at charts every day from hours to minutes? That would be worth it, wouldn't it? How about getting rid of an incredible, enormous amount of technical analysis, confusing indicators? Wouldn't it be great to replace it with much simpler setups at specific times of the day? Wouldn't that be worth it? So I had two options. Option one, I could make this offer as cheap as possible and try to sell 1,000 of them. I'd be overwhelmed by the tech support required. I wouldn't be able to give the personalized attention that you need to be successful at this. Or I could ask for a higher investment on your part, and in exchange, I can limit the room size and afford to add all these extra resources to help you succeed as a news trader. So, what's your time worth to you? You're obviously committed to be a successful trader. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here. Would you rather spend an hour a week in the markets or 30 hours a week? If you could make the same amount in 1 hour as you used to make in 30 hours, what would you do with all that time? Wouldn't it be fantastic to get that time back? How much would you invest to own the market instead of the market owning you? If all this package does is help you make an extra $1,000 a month trading just an hour a week, that's $12,000 a year for about 50 hours of work. 12,000 divided by 50 is $240 an hour. Wouldn't you invest $5,000 to learn how to make $240 an hour? I certainly would. To put that into perspective, Harvard University charges $53,968 per year for tuition, not including room and board. That's at least $215,872 for a 4-year degree. The median starting salary for a Harvard 4-year graduate, $74,443, $35 an hour. It's not that hard a choice, is it? $215,872 to make $37.50 an hour if you go to Harvard? Or learning how to trade successfully, spending $5,000 to make $240 an hour? Easy choice. $5,000 is ridiculously cheap for an education that lets you make more per hour than a Harvard graduate with a 4-year degree. And here's the reality, though. There are trading schools out there charging $5,900 or more for as little as 8 weeks of coaching. This graphic was taken from a real educational trading school, $5,900, 8 weeks of live training. With members making up to $4,500 in a single family money trade, we could easily charge $5,000 for our services, and it would be a bargain. But here's what we have in store for you in celebration of our 10-year anniversary. We call it the 2022 Prosperity Trading Package because when you're trading the right way, you're one step closer to achieving financial prosperity. Here's what you get. 12 months of the Daily Market Movers, an $804 value. The Daily Market Mover reports are $67 a month times 12 months. 12-month license of the JOBB software. It's a $1,999 value. The software is $167 a month times 12 months. 12 months of our live pro trade room access, $3,564 value, $297 normally a month times 12 months. Total value of $6,367, $6,367. With the Prosperity Trading Package, you'll get instant access to on-demand training in our members area. Plus, I'll be coaching you one-on-one in our pro trade room, answering every question you have and helping you overcome all the obstacles and questions that you have. You'll get 12 months a year instead of just 8 weeks, and it won't cost you $5,900. I'm not going to ask you for $2,475 either. Because we want you to prosper with us, we're going to give you a special deal today. For a very limited time, you can get everything on that list for just $997, www.prosper2022.com. The 2022 Prosperity Trading Package, $997 for a full year. This is not a subscription. It's a one-time investment. It will not auto-renew at the end of 12 months. Our hope is that you'll love trading this way so much that you'll want to renew when the 12 months expires. And if you don't want to continue after 12 months, that's fine too. Do nothing, you'll never get charged again. Sign up now and get 2 fast action bonuses. Good until midnight, take action now. Bonus number 1, News Trader Quick Start. You've never traded before, you never traded the news. We've got it covered. The News Trader Quick Start, how to use the 10-minute trade system, how to set up your account, how to set up the software, how to choose a broker, how to place trades, how to backtest, how to sim trade, everything there is to know about using the system that you're making an investment in. It's a $499 value, and we're including it for free. Bonus number 2 is our Trade Earnings Masterclass. I'll walk you through how to profit on Netflix, Amazon, Microsoft earnings while trading futures. It's a $999 value, and we're including that at no charge. One of our recent trading sessions, a member made $825 on 2 Facebook trades in our trade room. Live real money. This is his screenshot. Very excited to trade Facebook earnings using our system. Now, before I go further, let me show you some trades. Let me talk about the system a little bit. I'm just throwing you a deal, but what good is the deal if you have no idea what we're talking about? So one of our members, right, showing you this screenshot here, he made quite a bit of money trading earnings. So let me just show you a couple of screenshots, and then I'll show you the way that our system works. So members, what we do, we're trading futures. So we know that the big stocks, Facebook, Apple, Amazon, Netflix, and Google, they move big time on earnings. But we're trading the NQ futures, the mini NASDAQ futures, because we devised a system that uses our software to let us trade, let's say, Facebook. So this last earnings quarter, we set up a trade to trade Facebook. And let me show you the actual trade, because it's really interesting the way that our system works. So here's the way our system works. We have software that uses the NinjaTrader platform. That software is part of the offer that you're taking part. If you purchase our special today, that software is included. The software puts these little brackets on the chart, and I'll show you exactly what I mean. As I'm moving forward in time, the price action is moving, and right, it happens so fast because the earnings trades are very quick. Our software puts these little X's on the chart. Those X's are the order. And then we also have targets and stops so that when the price explodes from the earnings information coming out, it puts us in the market, hits my targets, and believe it or not, in that short of a period of time, we made $1,375 trading. What we traded, was that Facebook or Amazon? It was Facebook. Yes, Facebook. That was the last earnings quarter. That was live, real money. That was the actual video of my trade in our trade room. I had no money on the board when I started. I was trading that trade live. It was over literally in about 5 seconds. And after it was over, my account now had $1,375 in it. That's a special setup that we have for trading earnings. Now, look, every trade isn't going to be a $1,300 winner, of course. But the idea is the option and the possibility is there to have these great trades. If every trade was a bad trade, we wouldn't be here because we wouldn't have any money in our account. We wouldn't be able to continue doing this for 10 years. So we've been doing this, trading different events over and over for years and years and years. The earnings are something relatively new. We've been trading them for about 3 years now. And it's been a very, very exciting, successful part of what we do in the trade room. And it's important to have a trade room membership so that you can be taught how to trade earnings with our software. That's why we're including absolutely everything: software, trade room, and daily reports, all in this special. Because to do this type of appointment based trading properly, you want to have all of the elements available to your disposal. Let me show you a couple of regular news trades, or what we call an appointment trade. So every quarter, there's a grain report that comes out. It's called the quarterly grain report. And on the quarterly grain report, we trade corn. Even before I could get the video ready, it's such a fast trade. My account made $1,500 on this trade in about 2 seconds. Once again, our software puts the orders on the screen. There's the orders. Okay. The news comes out about the quarterly grains. It's a quarterly report. The price of the corn futures explodes up. And literally in 4 seconds, my account is up over $1,500. An excellent, excellent grain report. That's a quarterly report. I would say that over the past 3 years, 80% of all those quarterly grain reports have been profitable. But look, I always like to show a losing trade, because not every trade is a winner. You can't win every trade. So here's a losing, let's see what it is. I believe it's a natural gas trade. Give you an idea. Not every trade works out. Sometimes things don't go your way. So we trade natural gas. That's a Thursday report. Natural gas trades every Thursday. It's one of the more risky reports, but there's our brackets, our little orders, those X's. What happened was it didn't go far enough to hit our targets, and it reversed, and I lost a couple of $100 on that report. Natural gas stopped me out, and that was a loser. But then go back to another quarterly grain report. There's been one quarterly grain report so far this year. This was another recent quarterly grain report. This was one of the most exciting quarterly grain reports we've seen in a long time. Let me show you this one. This one was really something else. But before I show you that, let me just show you a screenshot. One of our members made $580 on a quarterly grains report. He was pretty excited about that, and he sent us his screenshot. And another member made $1,500 on a quarterly grain report. Very exciting. And we love getting the screens from our members, because it helps us to understand how well things are going. When members are sending us their screenshots and the trades, then we know that things are going great, and we're obviously really happy that quarterly grains is working as a report. So that's a report that we might even qualify that as one of our family money trades. We have special trades that we would only trade if we were trading our own family's money, quote unquote. We call them family money trades. And they're trades that are special, very high value reports that have been trading really, really well. On the Facebook trade, it's not always two trades. It's very often just one trade, but that particular member traded twice on that report. Someone was asking me a question about the Facebook screenshot I showed, because it said there were two trades. Normally, an earnings trade is one trade, but many of the trades that we do trade, you can trade again after the trade. You could do the breakout trade, and we're also in our trade room seeing a lot more trades after the trade. So there are opportunities at the exact moment that news comes out, and there also could be opportunity after news comes out. So there are a myriad of different ways you can trade events. The main way that we love to trade events the most is the exact moment of the event. Here's a bank report that we often trade. The Bank of England has a bank report. The news comes out. Maybe they change the rate maybe they didn't, but the setup is the same. Our software puts the X's, the brackets, those are the orders. If the market shoots through those orders, it puts us in the market. This was an explosive move. It didn't hit my huge target, but I was able to trail down the order. And that was a potentially very successful bank rate statement trade. Those happen on a regular basis, the bank rate statements. FOMC statements come out, the Bank of England, you've got the Bank of Canada. All of these events are very often tradable events. Retail sales, Australia jobs, oil reports, all sorts of different events that can be traded. Let me show you one more event just so you understand what's going to happen. So here's the process. Here's how the process takes place. First thing that'll happen is you'll get a daily report. So you'll get a report that'll tell you, here's an event that's coming up tomorrow that you might seriously consider trading. So the daily report might look something like this for natural gas. This is our natural gas daily report. And that report has on it the trade, the name of the trade, the market we're trading natural gas. But most important thing is it has the setup. It has the targets, the stops, the information you're going to enter into the software so the brackets get placed on the chart and you can trade that report. So this is a sample of what a natural gas daily report looks like. It has a journal of the last 6 events and what happened during those events. It has the trade setup and it has movement information about the report. So you get the daily report, then you put the information into the software, and then you saw how the software puts the little X's on the screen. I'll show you one more trade again. Those X's are the orders that we're placing, and when the instrument that we're trading, whether it's corn or oil or gold, when it shoots through those X's, it puts us in the market, and then it might fill us, okay, and give us a profit. And every now and then it might not be an awesome profit. But the beauty of it is that we are trading reports. We're finding the best of the best reports that explode in price. And the goal is to get those fantastic moving reports so you have a great profit. One more, let me show you one more very nice moving report that we trade all the time. One of our favorite reports has been the U.S. jobs report. We trade it every month. And there's quite a few different possibilities, quite a few different ways that it can be traded. Here's a video of U.S. jobs. This month we were trading gold. The U.S. jobs, you're always hearing them talk about it on the news. It's a very important indicator of how the economy is doing. We trade gold on it. Sometimes we trade bonds. It made that month, gold exploded up, hit our targets. And when that trade was done, in about 15 seconds, we had an $820 profit. And normally, if we have a great trade that day, then our members are almost always sending us in screenshots. A member made $700 on that report, and literally in a matter of seconds. So testimonials, screenshots, our members are often sending us those reports. Earnings trades, we trade every quarter. We trade the major FANG stocks, Facebook, Apple, Amazon, Netflix, Google. We also trade Microsoft, sometimes IBM, Intel. We're looking at Tesla now because they're starting to move the market. Whenever a company starts to move the markets in a way that we can trade it, we will add that to our earnings trades. So here's the thing. We've made this fantastic offer, but we're also going to take on all the risk of your investment in this prosperity trading package. We have a 100% 6-month money-back guarantee. Trade with me live in the trade room in simulation for a full 5 months. Take at least 2 appointment-based trades per week in sim, just 10 minutes per trade. After 5 months, continue trading on your own at least twice a week. Take at least 2 appointment-based trades per week, starting with $5,000 in simulation over the remaining 30 days. And if you're not happy at the end of 6 months, show us the proof you took action, and we'll give you a 100% full refund of your investment in the Prosperity Trading Package. The guarantee doesn't include NinjaTrader, the software, because that platform is sold separately. So here's what you get. 12 months of our daily market movers, an $804 value. 12 months of the JOBB software, $1,999 value. 12 months of the live trade room, a $3,564 value. Bonus one is the 10-minute trades quick start, a $499 value. Trade Earnings Masterclass Bonus 2, a $999 value. The total value is $7,865. And all it costs to join the Prosperity Trading Package is just $997 for a full year. www.prosper22.com. $997 for absolutely everything you need to trade with us and make money with us in the trade room. No extra charges. And then here are some very important frequently asked questions. Does our software, JOBB software, work on any other trading platform than NinjaTrader? Not currently. Hopefully this year we're working on other versions. At this time, you need to use NinjaTrader trading platform. Where do you get NinjaTrader? www.ninjatrader.com. You can order and download their platform. They have lots of videos on how to install it. Their pricing is reasonable. You can lease it quarterly. You could become a yearly subscriber. It's a very good trading platform. So you can join with us for just $997 for a full year. www.prosper2022.com. It's an awesome, awesome deal. All the elements of everything we do, just $997. I don't know what people are waiting for. What if you have trouble installing the software? We have step-by-step instructions in our member area. It walks you through it. If you need help, I'll help you in the trade room. If you need help after installing it, that's why we're giving you 12 months in the trade room. We'll work with you until you get it installed. We'll do whatever we have to do to help you. And keep in mind, is this a subscription? No, you will not be automatically charged. It's not going to renew and hit your credit card after a year. So how do you get coaching and support? There's 3 ways. By me in the live trade room, we're there usually up to 10 hours a week. Other members in the trade room chat, you can also email us, help@10minutetrades.com. It only takes 1 good week in the trade room to pay for the entire package. So what are you waiting for? It's an awesome deal for just $997. www.prosper2022.com. Let me answer any questions that we have. How many family trades do we average a week? Right now, the family trades are slow. When there's difficulty going on in the world, there's less family money trades because the markets are different. So we're doing more different types of trades. But family money trades, they vary from 1 a week to 3 a week, depending what's going on in the world. And how often do you trade earnings? Now, earnings, you can only trade as often as earnings take place. For us, we trade anywhere between 5 and 8 earnings trades per quarter. Depends on the setup and the companies, who their earnings are being released with. So it's very important that they be trading preferably alone. There is no average loss, just like there's no average win. It really depends on the size of your trade. If you trade 1 contract, you're not going to have a $2,000 loss. So there's really not an average loss, so to speak, just like there's not an average win. It's going to vary depending on the size and number of contracts that you trade. We trade futures, not stocks, just to be clear. So one more time, folks, I want to thank everybody coming. I don't see any other questions. Thanks so much. It's a special offer in celebration of our 10-year anniversary, just $997 for the Prosperity Trading Package, www.prosper2022.com. I want to thank you very much for coming. And we do trade after hours using futures. Futures are open for earnings trades. So one more time, 997 www.prosper22.com. Thanks everybody. Really appreciate it. So thanks for coming, and I'll see you at the next webinar.